Hello, family. I'm gonna give you all a minute to get in here. I just was washing my hands just now, family. How's the family doing? Hi, Jeanette. I wanted to come up here and say a few quick things, family. Right, I tried to get up here. I tried to get up here a little while ago, but it wasn't happening. Okay, it wasn't happening, family. It was like the ancestors, that energy, family. And I tell you, whenever the ancestors are making a connection or that energy is heavy, family, they start doing things to my gadget. They'll cut it off. They'll cut it on. They'll interfere with it. So that's what was going on with me, right? I think on that live that you all got a little couple of seconds of a glimpse of that live that I was trying to get into. They kept on knocking out my connection. And then like you can hear all the static, right, of them getting through. So it has been rough for me, family. I picked up my papa early from school. He didn't want to stay after school today. It's crazy, but I want to say a few things. Not only that, it probably was about, like 10:25, family. I was driving. Hi, family. I see you all coming in. And I can feel, right, the energy was so intense out there, family. It felt like the back of my head just exploded, right? The only thing I could do is just rest my head back on a headrest, right? The driver's seat headrest, because that's how crazy the energy was. It just felt like boom, right? And soon as I pulled up to my house and I got in the house, guess what happened, family? Everything in the house just cut off. Soon as I entered the door, I didn't even have a chance to close the door behind me. I heard the fish tank, everything go off, right? The motor stopped running, so I already knew. I said, oh, wow. Well, everything just went off in the house. All the electricity, all the power just went out, right? When I reached home, and then I said, all right, ancestors, let me get ahead and tap into this energy, see what the ancestors saying to me. So right shortly after the power cut right back on, and I said, let me just sit down for a few minutes, pray, talk with the ancestors, meditate on a few things, get a couple of messages, see what the ancestors want me to know, because I know they're trying to get my attention right now, right? That impact, family, in the back of my head, I still feel the impact, right? I still feel that impact in the back of my head that happened earlier while I was driving on the way home. All right. So some of you all is going to pick up some crazy energy, and me being an empath, and a lot of my empaths out there is going to be picking up a hell of an energy. All right. So if you all can stay indoors, if you all can watch the eclipse from your windows, do so if you want to watch the eclipse, because it's going to be an amazing event for some of you all. For some of us, we don't care to see it. And for some of us, we need to just be indoors, okay? So I'm going to be truthful in that message right there, family. Some of you all don't need to be out there, okay? One thing I'm going to say is, with this portal, right, because we have many portals opening, and with the family, a lot don't understand, right, about these portals that are opening, and these portals that's aligning, right? These portals that's opening, it deposits energy, it deposits souls, spirits, right? From one portal to the next. So they're going from different realms, right? Being deposited here on earth and vice versa. Some, things is going over to the other side of the realm. So, like I said, our darkness is their light and vice versa. So this is what's going on. So we're getting a lot of the angelic and the demonic energy at the same time, family, okay? So on one side, we're getting the angelic, on the other side, we are getting the demonic. So we're getting both sides, right, of these spirits. And what happened is, when these planets come together, okay, it's just like the womb, how I was explaining it before, family. It's just like a womb, a portal. The womb is a portal, right? It's the most sacred energy point in the human body. right? So these are all portals, right? So we could birth creation, whatever the creation may be that we may be creating, a situation or a being, a spiritual being, right? So when we bring life forth, that's a spiritual being. When they are opening up these portals, when these portals align and open up, they are bringing these spiritual beings forward. So these beings, right, these spirits, these entities, these souls need a vessel. You understand, family? They need a vessel. And what happened is during this time while we are doing the woo woo, right? So when we are creating with our significant other, we are bringing forth these beings through the creation. Okay, that's what's taking place. Some of these beings that need to come forth, right? These souls, like I said, is still looking for a vessel. And what happened is this year, I tell you, family, this year is opening for the demonic. And that's what a lot don't understand. This is demonic, right? We dealing with this portal. One thing is we're dealing with demos realm, okay? To really know universally what is going on is to really be tapped in, family. And one thing I can say, I'm tapped into a lot of different energies, right? The frequency, right? So tap in, family, tap in and see what's going on. I question a lot of things with the ancestors. The ancestors show me a lot of things as well. We're on that realm, demos, okay? It's harness that energy of murderers, right? Because we get the murderers and those that are murdered, souls that are murdered is from that realm. I want you all to understand this. So when we doing creation, right, and beings is being deposited here because we're dealing with that realm deals with, like I said, murderers. So we will get, now we're dealing with many different, we are dealing with different realms all at once. So we're getting the serial killers. This is what we're creating right now. This is what we're bringing birth into creation, birth into this earthly realm. We are getting the serial killers. We're getting the violent offenders. This is what's going on. We're getting those who want to get revenge because of past life experiences that has been murdered. So of course they come to this realm and they want to murder people, right? Because they want to get revenge. And people don't understand, how does one become a serial killer, right? How can one become a serial killer? Why do people kill? This right here is why, right? Because when we do creation under certain moons, all right, this is what we bring forth. Sometimes it's deception, sometimes it's abundance what we bring forth, okay? So some of these children that's going to be brought forth now, like getting created now and thereafter, because that energy still lingers. And let me tell you something, the portal is still going to be open, right, and running rampant, because this is tied to the Lionsgate portal, family. Demos is tied to the Lionsgate portal, all right? So I want you all to know that this energy is running rampant, right? It's not going to be as heavy as it is now, but it's running rampant all the way to August, family. And then the portal opened back up in September the 30th. The portal opens back up. See, they don't tell you all of this, family. They'll tell you all a little bit of things, but they don't tell you everything you need to know. CERN is one that's doing the intervention. So CERN is forcing some of these, how can I say it? Let me see, how can I say it? It's like CERN is forcing some of this creation to take forth. So as far as like the eclipse, CERN is forcing some of this. Like I tell you all, family, the moon and the sun, they was never supposed to come together like they come together as far as creation goes, right? Because it's kind of like it's kind of like planetary mating, right? Like the planets are mating because they're bringing forth creation, right? So they deposit in beings here, right? Whether it's angelic or demonic, they deposit in it here. Sun and moon was never supposed to do that, because I tell you, family, sun and moon is day and night. They are brother and sister. right? And I tell you, family, with the incest, the whole incest thing, they are never supposed to do that. But CERN forces a lot of these things to take place. So yes, we're looking at things on a spiritual level, but we are also looking at man-made things where they force some things. Just like they say CERN is going to be shooting like 3 rockets out there or whatever. Let me tell you something. I said that CERN is the one that's got their hands in the pot with some things, and 3 also tells you about intervention, because that's what 3 is. 3 is the number of intervention. So they intervene in a lot of things that's taking place right now, family, okay? So a lot of things is, like I said, on a spiritual level, and some things is on a man-made level, right? Because they got their hands in the pot forcing some things. And like the ancestor said, a lot of the things that's taking place now, they're forcing. That's why it's important, family, to study the universal laws and to know the language of the universe, okay? Because the ancestors throw out certain things, and we need to know what's going on. It's best to be tapped into both sides of the realm, the angelic and the demonic. And one thing is, they try to frighten you, and they try to tell you, family, that don't tap in, right, to the demonic, because you can't serve 2 gods, right? And it's not saying that you're serving 2 gods if you are tapped in, but that is you, right? Both sides is really you. That's your shadow self, right? And your outer self. So the inner self and the outer self, that's you. So you should be tapped into both sides, right? Because one side is your mother, one side is your father. You should be tapped into both sides so you can know what it is that your ancestors are saying to you. One thing is, I'm tapped into both sides, right? I've made peace with both sides of who I am and both sides of my family lineage, right? The demonic and the angelic side. So I'm able to get the downloads from both sides. I'm able to get the information from both sides, right? Because I'm tapped into both worlds, family. Tap in and you'll see. And it's a truth in the saying when they say that you can't see the light without going through the darkness first. And that's so true, because when you come out of that darkness, family, you'll be able to see things on a totally different spectrum. When you get out of that darkness and you start walking in the divine light, you can understand things much, much better on a much better scale, family. And that is so true, because I tell you all, family, about my background, and I'm able to understand and apply things on a whole nother level, being on this level that I'm on right now, family. So I want you all to know that. Don't be afraid to embrace that shadow self of you, right? That's you. Embrace it, right? Sometimes we don't want to accept it, but embrace it. That's you, family, right? So a lot of these beings, like I said, that's coming forth, being deposited here. Yeah, some of you all that's going to be conceiving right now in the mix of this, right? Some of you all going to be bringing forth these serial killers. You're not going to be able to see it now, family, but you will see it in the future. You understand? So when you see the future serial killers out there and violent offenders, you all know that this was taking place during this time and why they're the way that they are. Another thing is the beings that's here that's trying to do the greater good and who is walking in a divine light doing the greater good. See, a lot of people that's not spiritually protected as well, these are the ones that's going to be getting possessed, right? Because they're still doing the demonic work of their ancestors. So now you'll see people right now, they'll go out and they'll do a mass murdering, right? Go shoot up a school, go shoot up a mall. This is what they're doing, okay? This is what will be going on and the days to come, right? Go shoot up beaches, because all of this is the demonic energy that's taking place right now, right? So we got people out here that's going to be out there absorbing all that energy that's coming through, some good, some not so good. And the negative energy that they're going to be absorbing is going to have them possessed spiritually, mentally, and physically. And they're going to be out there doing the worst of the crimes. And let me tell you something. The way the realms, I tell you all, family, what realms to watch out for. The realms is just the planets, right? It's the houses that they live in. So the planets are the energy source, right? So the planets, the energy source is just the creation. That's what the energy is, what you are creating. So it's what you are birthing, what you are bringing forth. It could be a spiritual being or it could be a situation. It depends on what you're tapping into. You could be tapping into the greater good or the worst of the worst, right? So some demonic type energy. These are the beings that's going to be going out there possessed, like I said, and they're going to be doing the worst of the worst. Okay, so just stay prayed up, family, because we are looking, some, not all, but some is just looking at things as, oh, this is an eclipse. It's this beautiful sight to see, and it is a beautiful sight to see, right? When the greater good is coming out of it, but we also know that the not so good is coming out of this experience as well, right? But we got to take the good with the bad, right? We just have to learn how to conquer and conquer and defeat the worst of the worst, right? Because we need to walk in that divine light. But some of us, family, is not going to make it, because if you're not spiritually protected, see, once that energy, I tell you, family, if you're not spiritually protected, once that negative energy get a hold of you, right? Once the demon get a hold of you, once you make connection with a demon, some of us can't shake it, all right? And we'll be out here doing the same thing that all these other demons out here doing, right? We'll be sexing, killing, whatever, right? Assaulting people on various levels. This is what takes place. So when you all hear these things that's going on, those of you all who follow the news, just be mindful of what you listening to on the news, because we all know they tell half truth, half lie, and this is the truth, okay? But when you start hearing some of these things on the news, you all could put it all together and see what's going on. And like I said, with the realms, because I tell you all about the different realms that we are following, these are the source of energy points, right? That's these planets. The planets is the source of the situation. See, that's why we should know about the planets, the true meaning of the planets and what the planets is here to bring forth. You all should know that, okay? Because what they tell us is not all what it is, okay? If you tap into your ancestors will tell you some other things, what's going on about those realms and how they all have us out of alignment, right? With these zodiacs that I always say, it sounds like little maniacs, all right? These zodiacs that they give us, right? Which we are really the stars, okay? We are the stars, but they have you all watching these stars on TV, but we are the stars. But they give us the name, these zodiac. So what you all need to know, family, is when we are operating in a certain light, right? This is what we are creating, these situations that's going on in these houses and these planetary alignments, because like the ancestor said, we control the outcome of the situation. We control it. So we have realms. Each one of us belong to a portal. That's our birthright. So by birthright, we are connected to a portal. We are connected to that energy source, and we can navigate that energy alongside that portal. So that planetary energy, okay? They have us out of alignment, family, because like I said, they have these zodiacs in these houses that don't even belong in these houses. And you're wondering why things not shifting for you. You're in the wrong house, right? Trying to control and navigate a situation that is far beyond your control. Some of you all is tapped in and you can navigate every single house. Some of you all are in stagnation, and some of you all need to lean on some of your family lineage to tap into what you can't tap into. So if I can't tap into something, I could go to Tantralist, I could go to All in the Cards, and I could say, family, I need this done. And being that this is your realm, and I know you can devour these things, I need you to control the outcome of this situation on my behalf. You understand? That's why we need to be pulled together in unity. But they don't want you all to know these things. You understand, family? They don't want you to know. The biggest kept secret is the secret of the universe that they are keeping from us. They want us in the matrix. And once you break out of the matrix, family, you're going to see some things on a whole other level, family. Okay? So I wanted to bring that forth, and I wanted to share that with you all, because there's a lot of things that's going on out here, family. Don't be deceived, okay? They're hiding a lot of things from us, okay? So I want you all to know that CERN, like I said, right now, they are the one intervening in this. The intervention, the one who's intervening, you could do it for the good or the not so good, right? It depends on what you're doing. So think about what I said, exactly what the ancestors say. They are forcing some of these things, right? I tell you, family, when they shoot rockets up there, when they go up there and they bring plasma up there to the moon, why do you think they bringing plasma up there to our moon, family? You understand? The portal opens for moon, and the plasma that they put up there now is giving birth to certain creation within those different bloodlines, right? You're bringing plasma up there. What do you think they're doing with that, family? You understand? So it's a whole lot of things that they doing up there. They don't tell you all, right? They don't tell it. But they're up there, they do certain things. They keep it hush hush, right? It's under wraps. But these are some of the things that they're doing, right? They're doing it ahead of time because they are creating certain situations. They are creating certain beings, right, to come forth. They know exactly what they're doing, right? Because they have hidden agendas back there. That's why they like to work with Moon so much, because they are operating out of deception in there, all right? It's secrets that they're doing in there, okay? So just know that, family, these things are very real, what's going on, right? Don't always look at things on an eye level, right? Everything that I'm speaking of is on a spiritual level, family. Don't always look at things on an eye level, which is on this physical level, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to be in that deep sleep, okay? That deep sleep is exactly that, operating out of the matrix and just seeing everything for eye level, okay? But look with your spiritual eye, family, and open up that higher consciousness, and you'll be able to see what is going on here, right? It's a lot of deception out here, family, right? So get out that deep sleep, family, get out the matrix and see what's going on for some of you all, right? Because I know some of you all, y'all up there, okay? Y'all making things happen. Y'all seeing things for what it is. Y'all not letting nobody pull the wool over your eyes. Even when somebody is reporting otherwise, you all know what it is because you tapped into your ancestors. Your ancestors told you exactly what it was. Your ancestors told you exactly what it was, so you're not going by what they're saying out there, what they're putting out there on mainstream, because you already know what it is. See, even when they report other than what the ancestors say, I know they're a damn lie. You understand? I already know they're a damn lie. Nobody else have to believe it, but I know that they're a damn lie, because once my ancestors tell me, I know they're a damn lie. I don't believe anything they say, and I never go against my ancestors. You understand, family? So tap in, you all to see some things. So I'm gonna say this, if you all out there enjoying that energy, be mindful of some things, stay spiritually protected. Another thing that I was getting ready to say before I get off of here, I tell you all before, family, when they're out there and they're shooting these missiles and they're going up there and doing certain things, right, sending rockets, see, they're messing with the frequency, right? They messing with the energetic frequency. They messing with the universal frequency. That's how we get our spiritual downloads, and that's how they cause things to happen up there in the universe. So it's a lot of things that take place, family. Just be mindful of some things. I read some of the comments, family, because I know I've been yapping and I haven't been looking at the comments. Family said there was an air show this weekend in Montgomery, Alabama this weekend. I watched them practice and like all the cantrels in the sky. Look from a spiritual eye and saw why they chose this weekend. I'm sorry, family, I gotta look at it like that because I could barely see these little tiny words and I can't blow them up like I can on my phone when someone send me a text message, right? So it's kind of difficult for me to read these little fine print. But yes, Reverend Bridge, you are so right about that. The reason why as well they spray these cantrels and different things like that, or they manipulate the weather and they have it rain for days on out because they want to you know, they want to put out a certain effect, like keep it cloudy or whatever, so you can't look and see what's going up there in the skies, right? So when there's a time like this come, it's hard for you to see the alignment and different things that's taking place in some areas because they block you from seeing that, right? They have different techniques that they do to block you from seeing these things. So yes, this is exactly what is going on, family, right? This is exactly what is going on. Yes, they're doing this. Once they say it, place the period, but that's what it is. Yes. Yes. That's right, Tangelis. Once our ancestors say something, that's it. It is what it is. We already know, right? We know that's what it is. I don't care what they reporting. Once my ancestors say X, Y, and Z, I know it's X, Y, and Z. I don't care if you're reporting A, B, and C. I know what it is. You understand, family? And you all need to follow suit too. Stop listening to everything that they are reporting on the news, all right? I'm not saying every single thing, but some of the things that they're saying, tap into your ancestors and ask your ancestors if that's true or not. Your ancestors will let you know. Your ancestors will let you know. Guys, I'll say every time, and they give it to us real and raw. You got that right. You got that right, family. How long we been dealing with our ancestors and we've seen everything that our ancestors have shown us and have done, it has happened just as the ancestors have said, right? And I said, let me jump up here on this live because I know the ancestors have been getting my attention. They've been trying to get my attention before the live, right? And I've been trying to come up here. The energy was so heavy, family. The energy was so heavy. Right now, I have cops blocked off, cops out there. They blocked off my block, right? On both ends. So it's heavy police out there. This is what's going on, right? The energy for me, family, because I know that I picks up a lot of energy. So for the energy for me is just unbearable, right? It's unbearable for me, all right? Like I said, I'm one that absorb everything. My papa is like that too. He, you know, picks up everybody energy, and whatever energy that he comes into contact with, that's how he acts. Okay. So he's one that acts off of someone else's energy. You understand, family? So that's why it's important too to have your children around positive role models and positive and people with positive attitudes and positive energy. Because when you have children like that, that's vulnerable to certain things, they'll do the unthinkable because of what somebody else is doing in their own life. You understand? So be mindful of that as well, right? Before you go out there and have your children outdoors watching the eclipse and, oh, this is wonderful, because we pick up certain energies. And like I said, if you're not spiritually protected, you can't shake some of that, right? Them demons jump on you and you can't shake that. And you wondering why you smoking, why your child acting like that. They cursing you out next thing you know. And you're like, where they get this behavior from? You understand? We pick it up. It's important. That's just like we shouldn't let everybody touch on us. We shouldn't be outdoors every place either, right? Because energy travels, family. Energy travels. So yes, family, there's a lot of things that go on. Just be mindful of some things, family. Tia just said, from what we saw, not good. Deception is at an all-time high, all in the card said. You got that right. Yes, definitely. Wake up, family, see what's going on. Don't even know your real birth chart or blood type. Yes, that's another thing, right? I was tapping into some energy one day and the ancestors told me something about one of my sisters. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Right? And it was pertaining to her blood type. You understand? But I'm able to track somebody. It doesn't matter. You be thinking you one blood type, right? You be thinking you A positive or A negative when you're really not, right? You belong to some other tribe out there. You understand? Because even though we may look like something on the outer side, the ancestors, right? So the Most High, the Creator, already have us in a certain category because they know who we really are spiritually. So you can pretend to be something or someone that you're really not. You can pretend all you want, right? The spiritual realm know who you are. See, they go up there to the moon, right? The moon is responsible for the RH negative people. A lot of our people is the RH negative, right? And I sit there and I say, wow, ancestors, talk about deception on a all high, right? The moon deals with that RH negative. The moon deals with that mitochondrial DNA, right? They always going up there bringing plasma and doing things up there on the moon, trying to manipulate certain situations with the moon, right? And get certain information from the moon. But the thing is, see, it's some people who don't look like me that's connected to that moon's energy. And it's some people who look like me that's not even connected to that moon energy. See, that's why the creator has did the old switcheroo with them. So when you all thinking that CERN, because I'm talking about CERN right now, thinking that they going up there to do some deceptive things, that they going to do deception to a group of people, you're messing up your own people in the process. You understand? You're messing your own people up. That's why the serial killers is being born to a certain group of people, because you're messing your own self up. You understand? That's why it doesn't pay to do dirty things, family. Pay attention to see what's going on. Family, if it doesn't register right now what I just said, because I know it's flying over some of you all heads, but it's going to register later, right? When you start seeing the outcome of certain situations, then you'll be like, oh, that's what Miss T was talking about. Yeah, because we have people out here that's evil. They evil, family, and they'll try to do things to a certain group of people. But see, the creator did the old switcheroo for a reason. So even though you see people who look like you, some of them not even belong to your tribe, family. They're not you. They're not like you. They don't belong to your tribe just because they look like you. I tell you, family, you better go by the soul. That's why the ancestors said, always go by the soul. That's the only way you'll be able to judge somebody, is by the soul, is how you'll know who and how a person is, right? Don't go by anything else, because you're going to fail every time. You're going to lose. So they're out there trying to manipulate certain energy with the moon, because they know that moon is responsible for the RH negative and that mitochondrial DNA. And guess what? They messing up their own bloodline in the process. You see what's going on, family? Yeah, you all will get that in a minute, right? Once you all start thinking about a few things. So this is what's going on. So just stay prayed up, family. Stay protected when you go out there, right, family? Yes, I recently, family said, yes, I recently discovered this with my own aunt. Yes, yes, yep. Tiffany said, skin folks ain't your kin folks. You got that right, right? You have that right, family. Because we have, just you see the children, some of the families that bringing forth these children, right? They all come from the same parents, right? All the children, but they turn on one another. Why? Because even though they may come from the same parents, these children coming from different portals. You understand? They may have used you to birth them, to bring them forth, but they've been created under different portals, so under different planetary energy. So they all not going to act alike, and they all not going to get along, right? Some will turn on you, some will kill you. So they're not from the same tribe, family, some of them. You understand? So this is what's going on. You would think that they are, because they came from the same mother and father, but that's not how it is on a spiritual level, family. Right? I tell you that we belong to different portals, different realms, right? So in other words, like all in the cards, she'll be my direct kin. You understand? But we are from two different nations, two different mothers, two different entities, basically, that brought us forth here. But we are from the same tribe spiritually. So it goes deep, family. It goes deep, right? But the only thing you could do is bring that love out there. Put all the positive energy you can out there today, all the loving and healing energy out there today. Because like I said, the realm has opened up. These are a lot of murderers, a lot that has been murdered, and some of them is coming to get revenge. These spiritual beings that want to get revenge, what do you think they're doing? They here, they being deposited here. They're looking for a vessel now to possess or to get into during this creation period, right? So they could be birthed back onto this earth. So this is what's going on. So once they jump into people and they start possessing them in a demonic way, family, what do you think is going to happen? Because they energy already came through to that person on a demonic level. They already want to get some revenge off of something. So now this person want to kill somebody, right? Have no idea now why they want to kill somebody all of a sudden, but just want to go and kill somebody. This is what's going on, family. So you all just be mindful of that before you taking your children out there to experience some of these things, right? Just be mindful on a spiritual level, family. Don't look at everything on an eye surface level. Please don't, family, okay? Because it's deception out here. And we know that things are going on a spiritual level as well, okay? And your scientists, scientifically, they know a lot of things, but they're not going to tell you, right? One thing Ancestors said is the biblical historians, the historians, period. All right. So we're looking at these scientists and so forth like that. They know a lot of things that they're keeping from us, right? And because of that, is a lot of inflictions that's going to be coming to their own bloodline for withholding certain information and not bringing it forth to the people, right? Because when you bring forth certain information, you help those prosper and be able to make better choices along their path, right? How are you going to make certain choices if the information that you are looking for or the information that you need is not presented to you, if it's being hidden from you? And that's what they're doing, right? They're hiding a lot of information from the world, family. This is what they're doing, right? They got their hands in the pot with a lot of that, and they're going to have to pay the ultimate price for the deception that they are doing out there. So I'm just going to leave that there. You all continue to pay homage to your ancestors. Always pay homage to your ancestors and the creator, right? In the universe, right? Because we are here in this universal frequency. So just know that, family. I love you all, family. What is family saying in here? Now I'm not reading all on the cards and I did on CERN and the eclipse is making sense. Yes, Tanchlis. I didn't see the reading, but I'm going to go watch the reading. Wherever the reading is, plug it in for me through my, what's the name, so I can go and see this reading. But yes, family, it'll all make sense, right? It'll all make sense, family. You all understand it, right? Gotta stay protected, family. Wealthy says, yes. My kids stay home from school today. Yes, our children was given the option, stay home, early dismissal, or whatever, right? Or some had no school at all. And some that did have school, if you missed school, they was giving it to you as a day in school anyway, right? It's your option, your choice. But yes, family, just be mindful of some things. I think over here on this side that I'm on, family, so on the north side, I'm not sure. I think the eclipse come on this side probably two something. I'm not certain, family, because I'm not really following it to that, because I'm not going to be out there, right? I tell you, family, the pressure that I felt in my head was enough, right? That energy was, I didn't even think that I was going to be able to make the drive home, family. I had to put my head back, and that's how I drove all the way home. I put my head back on the headrest of my car, family, and I just said to the ancestors, just let me make it home, because the pain was so unbearable in the back of my head from all that trauma that's going to be taking place, that's being brought here, right? So I'm feeling the trauma part of what's coming through, of that energy that's coming through here. So just be mindful of some things, family. I can't put myself out there because I can't take all that energy, right? It's no good for me. So I won't be out there, family. But some of you all who can handle it and want to go and see it, just be mindful of some things, right? Just be protected. Go out there and protect your eyes, whatever you have to do, and but I'll be looking at the footage from here. All right, family, that's what I'll be doing. So whatever people record, the sightings or whatever they're seeing, I'll be looking at it here on on the camera. I won't be outdoors, right? It's best for me to stay in my sacred space, family. It's best for me to stay there, right? Where my energy is calm and loving and healing. It's best for me to stay right where I'm at. You understand, family? So that's what I'll be doing. But I'm going to get off of here, family, because I have a lot to do. And some of you all, I know I said I was going to get to yesterday and I couldn't, family. But I'm going to get to you all tonight, all right? Because I'm trying to, first of all, I had to do my tank because everything had went out. So I just got that up and running back again. And I'm doing some other things, right, family? I've been in all day, not going out. Oh, that energy is something else, right? I'm sure it's going to be some loving energy, but I didn't feel that part of it until I got in my house. But the energy that I picked up was all the trauma that's going on out there and all the trauma that's to come. So all the future trauma, the ancestors allowed me to feel that, right? And I know that these people, what I'm looking at, what's coming forth, like I said, giving birth to creation to these serial killers and those that's going to be possessed. A lot of that trauma, like I said, was in the back of my head. It's going to be a lot of people getting executed. You understand, family? And that's the thing, right? When I know a lot of my energies, family, I got it down pat. So it's going to be a lot of executions going on out there. A lot of people just shooting people in the head. It's demonic. You understand? It's demonic, family. Just be mindful when you go out there because you don't know who's standing beside you or who's out there who's possessed, right? And just looking for a victim. And you happen to be out there watching the eclipse with your children. And now y'all are the victims. You understand? So just be mindful of your surroundings, all right? Because the devil, the demon is always lurking to do some chaos and destruction. You got to stay prayed up and pray over your family at all times. You understand? It's demons out there. That's what's going on out there. Demons. Right, family? Do a meditation. So click message as the Pete on Patreon today. All right, sounds good to me. Wealthy Healing said they sprayed. They was out there spraying. It's supposed to be raining bad where I am. They sprayed the sky yesterday and today. Yeah, manipulating the weather, right? All kind of things, yeah. It don't even look right in Florida. William said, doesn't even look right in Florida. She Robin said, good luck, everyone, because she probably like, I'm not going out there. Good luck, family. Yeah. And Pab said, yes, me and my family are in the house today. Thank you, Miss T, for the message. You are very welcome. And remember, family, we put these messages out not to spread fear. Remember what I said, family. It's not to spread fear. We're not promoting fear. I'm spreading this message for knowledge and for you all to see what we birthing for the future. Because these portals that's opening now, one of the portals is the future, the portal of the future. So we get ready to see what we birthing now, right now, when we bring it into creation right now is going to tell us about our future. You understand? So some of you are not going to see it all at once because some of it is current, some of it is future. You understand? So you all will see, right? Just keep that in the back of your mind so you all see what's going to be playing out. Q Time says, staying home. Love you much too, Holly. You're very welcome, Wealthy. No fear, mindfulness, and awareness. Yes. It's warm in Chicago, so we know it's going to be some killing on top of this eclipse. Shaking my head, yeah. Yes, Destiny said, yes, lately I've been meditating in the shower, in the dark. This morning, the first thing I did was pray over my son and ask the ancestors to protect my son. Yes, Destiny, and that's the best thing, right? Meditation, especially in the dark, right? And just like how you're doing it in the shower, right? Underneath the water, in the darkness. This is all good, right? Healthy practices to have when you in meditation. Start getting your body and start getting self in tune with that darkness, right? Because some of my family, some of my spiritual family is still sleeping with all the lights on. Turn them lights off, right? And embrace that shadow part. Embrace those demons that you all seeing in the dark, right? A lot of it is your own demons, right? A lot of it is your ancestors reaching out to you, right? We got demonic ancestors. They ain't not all good. You understand? Embrace that, right? Bring healing and love to that side of you. Okay, so when things like this go on and we have darkness or may need to be in darkness for days and nights or whatever, or the lights go out in your house, you're not running around your house scrambling with your children and y'all afraid of the dark. You understand? Embrace that. That's one thing the ancestors said. Turn those lights out. Because I used to be like that too, from some of the things that I seen back then. I was afraid to turn. I said, oh my Lord, after I seen a few things, I said, I was like a kid, family. I wasn't turning off those lights. You wasn't going to convince me because I kept on replaying in my mind what I seen. And I said, ain't no way ever I'm turning these lights out. You got to be kidding me, right? But when the ancestors gave me a few doses of some things and taught me a few things, honey, those lights went right out, right? Once I started doing the shadow work and started healing from some things, those lights went out. You understand? Because they feed off of our energy of fear. That's how the demons get their energy source, right? Off of our fear. So they love when you put those lights on. Put the lights on. They love when you do that, right? When you're in fear and you put the lights on, right? That's how they get their energy. You understand? Turn those lights out and be stern. Let them know, get the hell out of here, right? I don't want to be bothered tonight. You understand? So yes, family, you have to do that. Embrace that side. So that's a good practice to get you starting to be turning lights out. Okay, turning the lights out because one thing is the demon. You can overpower. You can conquer. You can beat the demon. Right. The fear is what is going to kill you because the demons love and they get their power, like I said, from your fears. So just be mindful of that, family. Teach your children too, right? To embrace the darkness. You have to, right? We have children that's still scared from trauma and past life trauma. They're afraid to turn the lights out. You understand? We have to teach them, right? All about the trauma and help them heal from that because some of it is not current trauma. Some of it is past life, right? Because some of them come from these realms, these trauma-filled realms, right? From how we created them and the moon that we was under when they were created, right? And what the alignment was that took place when they were created. So some of them is from these trauma-filled realms and they just afraid or they have anxiety, different things going on with them, right? Because of darkness or going outdoors and being around a bunch of people. So we have to teach them how to cope with these things and embrace it. That's them, right? But bringing love and healing to that part of them. All right, family? So I love you all, family. I'm gonna get off of here. Mother Goose, I've been seeing energy portals all morning, swirling like mini galaxies, just been in prayer and meditation. Yes. Miss T, I woke up and saw images of portal on my ceiling and your voice came through about not being fearful. That's right, Mother Goose. That's right. You all be safe. Have prayed over the family, even our enemies, while I've been listening, sending love. Thank you, Reverend Bridge, because we got to pray for our enemies as well, right? Praying that our enemies learn to do the right thing, okay? That's what they're saying about love your enemy, right? They're not saying that you got to break bread with your enemy. You got to know, right? That Bible is a metaphor. You better understand, family. They're not talking about loving your enemy because the ancestors say never break bread with the enemy. So we're not sitting down. The enemy is not coming in my house. You're the enemy for a reason. But I can still pray for you. That's showing love. You understand? That's showing love. I'm going to handle my enemy from a distance. You understand? From a distance. But I'm going to still pray for you. But we're not breaking bread. You're not coming in my house. You understand? So know that, family. But I love you all. I want you all to have a blessed day, family. And just be mindful of some things when you all go out there. Love you all, family.